Awaken to play. Hopefully things are going well for you guys. As for me, welcome to the Gamer Man's Lounge, and today it's going to be a modern game view. I'm Lord Gamerman of this lounge, here to tell you about a lovely little indie survival horror game. I said it right. The indie game in question is Faith. Well, it is often called Faith, the Unholy Trinity, but it's actually called Faith. That's because Faith is actually an episodic game where it has chapters 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. But don't worry, you can get them right now bundled together. Not rocket science. Here we go. Yeah, I know. Ha ha. But anyway, let's get right on going to Faith. So you have Airdorf Games, who got hit up by New Blood Interactive. New Blood Interactive hit up Airdorf and was like, hey, your game looks nice. Can I publish it? And then Airdorf was like, yeah, that would be great. And then here you go. This game got publication. This game got the popularity. It even got a movie adaptation that's coming soon, from what I've heard. Very interesting, by the way. Now, Faith is going to be this scary indie game that takes on a retro style, but this time it focuses more on the Atari-era graphics. But do not underestimate, because just because it does take on the retro-style Atari-era graphics does not necessarily mean, oh, it's less scary. They knew what they were doing. Someone knew what they were doing with these Atari-era graphics. And when it comes to animation, it is handled through rotoscoping. It is what it is, or rotoscoping, I said that right. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. Now, when it comes to the Atari-era graphics, someone knew what they were doing, because they are really effective in scaring the crap out of you, putting you on your toes, and freaking you the hell out. The story centers around a young priest who comes back to the house where an exorcism went wrong. And because of that, the priest wants to basically redeem himself and want to finish the exorcism and basically save someone from the demonic possession. But, however, it turns into something far worse than ever, as it does backfire in his face once again, as there's more to it than just some simple demonic possession, as it turns into multiple demons, and then a demonic cult, and then a bigger demon to be concerned about. And yeah, things go south for the young priest. It is what it is. Now, Faith's control is rather simplistic. You control the priest, but the priest is armed with a cross, which he can use to basically ward off demons that are trying to attack him and fight off demon boss battles from left to right. You're going to be fighting demons and right by basically flashing that cross. Now, that cross is also for basically flashing at random items, and if they start flashing, that means there's going to be something hidden, like a note, or you're going to be solving a puzzle, and you're going to be flashing your cross at it, and you're going to be unlocking things and whatnot. And yeah, you're going to be solving puzzles, you're going to be collecting hidden notes from left and right, and there's multiple endings to go through, because, oh yes, that's right, replayability, alright, but wait, hold on, each chapter has multiple endings. So the replayability goes wild. When it comes to the design, yes, it does take on Atari-era retro-style design. But, however, when it comes to the voice acting, yes, there is voice acting, but the voice acting is handled through text-to-speech voice synthesizers that are very old, to say the least. But, yeah, I don't know how they got their hands on the software. What software? Huh, interesting. It's very interesting, to say the least. I will go ahead and say that. But, however, when it comes to the designs of certain creatures and demons, I will go ahead and say they look very freaky, they look very scary, they are really menacing as hell, just like they're meant to be, as always. And of course, it's animation moments when it comes to especially the rotoscoping, and yeah, it really just it just really comes to life to, you know, freak you the fuck out and put you on your fucking toes. As for the game controls, I will go ahead and say you can only aim up, down, left, and right when it comes to the cross. And yes, please practice your aim very properly when it comes to that, because bad aim could get you in serious trouble at the end of the day. However, the controls are very good, responsive. However, when it comes to the priest, he does walk not too much at a snail's pace. He doesn't walk... He walks a bit slow. It is what it is. But however, when it comes to some battles and you have to dodge stuff, I noticed that I will go ahead and say you just have to pay attention to patterns, and you have to know where to move and when to move, and when and where to move, etc. So any issues with the controls is probably due to user error or a skill issue. The text-to-speech voices, somebody really went all out on that software, because when the text-to-speech voices basically come on when it comes to Faith, my goodness, they really went all out. Especially when it comes to the demons that you have to deal with and how they sound. And it's like, you hear them and it's like, whoa, hello. That freaked me out. And yeah, they are very freaky, and just like the way it's meant to be, it is a scary game after all. So the fact that somebody's able to basically use that software to the game's advantage to basically, you know, give the player, you know, freak the player out at the end of the day. I was going to go ahead and say give the player quite the scare and discomfort. Like I said, this is like the way it's meant to be. It is a scary game after all. I have nothing to complain about it. I don't see anything being scary. It doesn't rely too much on jump scares at the end of the day. That's something. And yeah, it's gonna freak a lot of players out. It's gonna scare players. And yeah, it's supposed to do that, because at the end of the day, Faith acts like a game that is a scary game. Like it's supposed to be for a scary game at the end of the day, okay? Otherwise, you might as well just make Faith into like a parody movie of exorcism films, and that's not what Faith's supposed to be. Faith is supposed to take on this retro-style design, and they want to take this retro-style design, they want to take the retro-style text-to-speech, and then they want to go all out, and they want to freak the players out. And yeah, Faith is really good at being a very scary game. Faith is highly replayable, and don't worry about the short length. As a matter of fact, yes, the length is short, but it is highly replayable to make up for that. As a matter of fact, Chapter 2 surpasses Chapter 1 in length, as Chapter 3 surpasses Chapter 2 in length. So, yeah, keep in mind of that. Now, all 3 chapters are out now, done. It's all bundled together. You can get that together, okay? I'll go ahead and just end things off later. But I will go ahead and say, I have nothing entirely to bitch about when it comes to Faith. And when I look at something to bitch about Faith, I realize, okay, this is probably a me thing, rather a problem with the game. So, that's kind of the thing around here. They really knocked things out of the park. Okay, New Blood Interactive, Airdorf Games, they really went all out. And this game has gotten good enough fame. Alright, there's simplistic gameplay that really puts you on your toes. It is scary. It is going to freak you out at the end of the day, okay? Enough about me going on and on about how scary Faith really is. And, yeah, it does crazy things at the end of the day. And, of course, it's highly replayable. The text-to-speech voices are amazingly well done. The music is fitting and well done, to say the least. And the designs, well done at the end of the day. Really wild. Okay? So, I think there's no issues. I have nothing but good things to say about that at the end of the day. It is a surprise hit, by the way. Another surprise hit, okay? It is really good, and I'm glad. I kind of wonder how that game would do getting a film adaptation. So, let's see about that. Okay, it is what it is. Would I highly recommend that game? Absolutely. It is recommendable. Get a hold of this game. It's available on PC and Nintendo Switch. For some weird reason, it's not on PlayStation and Xbox, which is strange. Because what happened? What's going on here? Well, what's up with that? But yeah, I do recommend the game. It is a blast. You will have a good time. You will be on your toes. You will be stressed the fuck out. And you will freak the fuck out. And with that totally said, that's all. And I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.